It's your boy, Ricky Analog, one half of the amazing duo, Ricky Analog, Resolutions. You know him as Reezy Resells. This is how to make a shipment our way. Just finished filming the shipment from start to finish. It was 142 units, I want to say. Took about 2 hours. Now, there were some definite technical difficulties. I used my MacBook because the screen recording of QuickTime is much superior to that of using a PC and using VLC to screen record. I never used the MacBook with ScanLister. I've got it updated and everything. Me and Nathan got some things to talk about because MacBook ScanLister just isn't what it is for PC. That being said, everything else is exactly how we do it in our larger setting with larger shipments. This was a smaller shipment. I just wanted to do a quick one to show you guys our process and how fast you can be when everything is done in batches.
So as you can see, I'm conditioning the first set of books, which is all from one source. And I have news on the left, and they work their way down through the conditions all the way to acceptables, which will be on the far right. You'll also notice that we keep our books in piles according to the size of the book. So there's textbook size, mid-size, your trade paperback, your normal size hardbacks, and even some mass markets. Now here you'll see me putting in the SKU. I'm creating the SKU for our first source. NCO1 will be the source, then the date. SKU prefix 2 is where I put the condition letters, so it'll be N, LN, VG, G, or A. And then SKU number is just your sequential number that'll increase by 1 every time you scan something. Now, it's important to do all the books from one source at a time because you don't want to have to keep changing your SKU. And you'll notice the first item that I need to scan is not a scannable item. It's what we call a manual list, where you have to actually look the product up on Amazon, find the ASIN, and then you just copy and paste it into the barcode field. So here I am looking that product up. It is in new condition. You'll see I'm in the garage, so my internet connection obviously couldn't work since I'm recording this live. Get that fixed real quick, refresh. Here's the product listings page. Now sometimes there'll be multiple listings for the same product. You want to find the one that fits your product the best. I tend to go with the one that's going to have the better rank because that one will have more eyes on it. So now we're going to switch to like news. We only have one new product in this batch. So there's the LN. Change the drop down menu. And here you have your first technical difficulty where none of my condition notes are there. Checked in settings to make sure I had them. I do. Click on it and lo and behold, they're there now. Surprise, surprise. We don't have this problem on the PC. Everything's selected correctly. Now we can scan away and start listing our like news. Done with the like news. Now we're going to put the VG in, switch the drop down to very good, and get to scanning. This technique is what we call the stair stepper. When you have a stack of books, just slightly move each one on top forward a little bit so you can see the underlying barcode, and then scan 4 to 5 at a time, and then flip them all. This is the fastest way to do this. I always save the type-ins for the last books in the batch, or in that condition. That way it's a mental note to switch conditions. So I did all the books that were from that source. Now you'll see I'm grabbing the next batch of books which are from a different source. Now usually I'll do all of them on one, I'll do all the books on one table because I'll have more workspace, but since this is being done in my garage and I only have these 2 tables, I'm limited on space. So that's why I did the whole first source and then made room on the table for the second source. So I can tell I'm not going to have enough space. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stack the already listed inventory and kind of consolidate it a little to make myself a little extra room. Now, this might confuse somebody who hasn't done this a lot, but for somebody that's been using ScanLister for a while and doing shipments in these batch processes, it doesn't really confuse me anymore. Now I got a lot of room, let's get to conditioning. So that's it for this source. So now we're going to go in, put in this source's prefix, which is NCO2. We're starting on the news. Change the supplier. Always double check all your things before moving forward. It's easier to fix it before you mess it up. Change to like new. Oh, again, the condition note's not there. Switch to very good, then back to like new, and boom, they're there. Magic. Now you notice I messed up. I didn't change the SKU prefix number 2 to LN, and I ended up having to go back in and change that later. The good thing is that you can make those edits quite easily with ScanLister. Here's 2 manual lists where I have to go and actually this one is a type in, and then the next one is a manual list where you have to go to Amazon and find the product itself, copy and paste the ACE in it. Now I want everyone to realize that this footage is not sped up. This is actually how fast I move. So here I'm trying to show you guys, this is where we put our TB in for textbook. And that allows us to use wildcards with reprice it. That way our textbooks do not get repriced all off season and sell for deflated prices. So now those books are listed with a TB in the SKU. And then when we're done, we just remove the TB and move on. Now here's the third source, which is NC02 with 2 dashes. Making the boxes as I wait for the upload. I'm so fast, man. Scanless, you can't keep up with me. If you look closely, you'll see me chatting with some of you guys on Reezy Resells' Facebook group. Finally, the upload is ready, and now we're going to make the shipment. So we had 3 sources, so there's 3 different SKU prefixes I need to copy and paste and then transfer into a shipment. So now we're going to add the NCO2s. And you can either do send and replenish, or you can do change to fulfill by Amazon. The result will be the same. So we just add those to the shipping plan we just created.
And I was like, that's cool.
Now those are added, and we're going back to our inventory to find the last of it, which is NCO2 --. So NCO2 is a source that has 2 locations. So I didn't want to use NCO3 since it's the same supplier, just a different location. So the ---- separates the 2. So again, add these to the existing shipping plan. And now we have all of our books in the shipping plan. Now we can change the quantity to 1. And if you have multiples, you can change that. I prefer to change the multiples after we create the shipments. You make a book a quantity of 2 in the shipping plan, you'll most likely have that book split to 2 different warehouses. You can avoid that by waiting to the shipping stage to change the quantity. Now this is a new one. These notifications here where it says there's no active listing for this item. This is a new thing they've been putting in, and it lets you know that that was a product that we're not allowed to list. So go ahead and remove it from the shipping plan. And this one here, I just remember from the error report that I wasn't allowed to sell as well. Always check your upload after it's done and see if there were errors. That way you know exactly why certain products did not get put into the inventory. The DVD restrictions is annoying, and I know everyone hates it. So we are not going to print our stickers at this phase. We are actually going to just continue right through, and we're going to see if this splits our shipments. Always have your fingers crossed right here. 142 SKUs, and boom, 141 going to one fulfillment center, which is the closest one to where we're at. And the one that's not going is the only oversized product, and that's why it's going to a different fulfillment center. So we approve it, and now when we go to work on shipment, this is where we print the stickers. Review and modify units, and this is also where I would change any quantities if I were you. Don't forget to print the second page of labels. If you only print the first, you will sticker everything and then wonder why you have books that didn't get stickered. And if you create SKUs the way we create SKUs, then your products or your stickers will print in order of the way you uploaded the inventory for each condition. So all the very goods the stickers will be in order. All the goods, the stickers will be in order for each source as well. So the stickers do go in order as the books are laid out on the table. Now, if you recall earlier, to make room, I had to consolidate certain stacks. So at one point, it did almost confuse me, but it did not. Man, look at me go.
So I hit about 70 books per hour. I know I could have done way more if we didn't have the technical difficulties. That's okay. I just wanted to show you guys how we get down, and just realize that if you learn these processes and streamline things, that you can be very productive, especially if you pay people to process your inventory. That is a huge cost when you're factoring that into your margins of your books. I mean, if you're paying someone $10 an hour and they're only able to do 20 books per hour versus doing 50 to 60 or upwards of close to 100 books per hour, you are not able to sell the same books that the person that's hitting 100 books per hour can profitably. If you process 100 books per hour and you're paying yourself $10 per hour, that $10 is spread across those 100 books, as opposed to just doing 20 books where that $10 is now spread across those 20 books. You can see it cuts into your costs a lot more. Some things to note on this shipment. There was only a few textbooks, so it's 142 books, and it did get split into 2 shipments, but one shipment is just one product, which is an oversized product, so that's why they wanted me to send that to Tampa. Or the other 141 units are all going to CVG 3, which is really close. It's probably the closest warehouse to where I'm located. So you guys that are having problems with Amazon splitting your shipments into 2 to 3 shipments, when you're only doing like 40 to 60 books or 60 products, whatever you want, whatever you're doing, let me try to convince you right now. Do a bigger shipment. See how it's splitting it. See if it splits it. So I hope you liked the video. If you're not a member of Reezy's Facebook group, Reezy Resells, FBA, Amazon, whatever, go over there, join. If you're not subscribed to Reezy Resells YouTube channel, subscribe now. If you don't follow me or Reezy on Snapchat, follow us now. Make your life better. Learn from us. We've made all the mistakes. We've seen it all. We've been doing this for over 10 years. You don't have to learn the hard way. Till the next video, peace.